They called him the king of Ikoyi, Chief Lanre Olayemi, billionaire, visionary, legacy builder. But when he died, he didn't just leave behind skyscrapers and headlines. He left behind secrets and two daughters who never truly knew they were at war. But before we dive into this scandalous story, do me a quick favor and hit the subscribe button if you are new here to join our growing family of story lovers. Now back to the story. Zina Olayemi stepped off the jet like Lagos belonged to her. Black Chanel sunglasses shaded her eyes, and her braids flowed past her waist. It had been 5 long years, boarding schools, fashion weeks, silence from her father, and now all of it was over. He was gone. The church was heavy with whispers when she walked in. The gold-trimmed coffin sat at the altar, untouched, majestic, just like him. People murmured her name as she passed, but Zina heard none of it. Her eyes were locked on the girl standing quietly at the back. Dark skin, elegant posture, eyes that mirrored her own. Something deep within her shifted. She didn't need anyone to say it. She already knew. Her father had kept one final secret. The lawyer's office was too quiet. Mr. Badmus rushed through the reading of the will. Zina listened as he mentioned the Banana Island penthouse, a fraction of company shares, full control of Z Gold, her fashion brand. And then he paused. The controlling stake of Olayemi Holdings, he said, shall go to the daughter who proves the understanding of the legacy within 30 days. Zina blinked. But I'm the only daughter. The door opened behind her. A girl stepped in with fierce cheekbones and bold red lipstick. Her smirk was loaded with a pain Zina couldn't begin to understand. My name is Toke Olayemi, she said, the one he left behind. That night, Zina lay in a penthouse she'd inherited, but it didn't feel like home. Everything around her felt like a carefully curated game, as if her father were still playing chess, even from the grave. When the doorbell rang, she moved slowly. A thick envelope waited outside. Inside, photographs, documents, proof that Z Gold, her pride and joy, was traced back to her father's shell companies. Every dime she thought she'd earned had been manipulated from the shadows. At the next board meeting, Zina arrived in black and white, her war colors. She faced the elders with a calm voice. My father built this company on discipline. I'll double its value in 2 years. I don't need his name to do that. The room barely had time to absorb her words when Toke entered, dressing in a stunning emerald power suit. Oh, please, she said, stepping forward. He built this company on demons and debts. I was there when the walls were falling apart. You got London, I got Lagos, and the truth. The war had officially begun. Zina hosted a grand charity gala. Lagos came dressed in diamonds. Influencer posed under chandeliers. A high life band played in the background as she stepped onto the stage. My father believed in more than wealth. He believed in giving back, she said. Tonight, we begin again. The applause was soft at first until Toke arrived. She wore a blood-red gown and the same haunting smile. She moved straight to the stage and took the mic, held it like it has always belonged to her. And what she didn't say, she began, is that Z Gold was never hers. It was funded by Daddy's secrets. Everything she owns, he gave her. She didn't build any of it. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Zina felt the floor shift behind her feet. Later that night, her dreams were loud. Her mirrors whispered. The penthouse seemed to breathe around her. She remembered her father's study back in Ikoyi, the room no one was allowed to enter. She broke the lock, searched every drawer until she found the journal. The pages smelled like incense and secrets. I promised the Egbere my soul for empire, the journal read. But the spirits demanded more. One daughter must feed the ground, one must wear the crown. The book fell from her hand. Her chest tightened, her heart hammered. Had her father sold them? Zina went straight to the only person who might know the truth, Mama Oye, the old housekeeper, who had watched generations pass through the Olayemi home. Mama, did my father make a spiritual deal? The woman's silence said it all. Then, slowly, her eyes filled with fear. The Egbere gave him wealth, power, but every generation must pay. 2 daughters, one to rise, one to fall. Zena's voice cracked. So, one of us must die? The day of reckoning arrived. She stood in the boardroom, dressed in perfection, her speech mesmerized, her legacy, she thought, almost secured. Then the light went out. Chains echoed, wind screamed through the room. A shadow rose, tall, cold, wrapped in smoke. The Egbere. Its voice was layered with something ancient and terrible. Your father chose power, I gave him gold, but gold rusts and the price is due. Zena tried to speak, but the spirit silenced her with a wave. 2 daughters, one must feed the ground. From the dark, Toke voice echoed. I knew this was coming. I was raised in pain, kept in shadows. I was born to be the sacrifice. Zena turned, her voice trembling. No, you were born a queen, just like me. The spirits roared. One must fall or both shall be taken. Zena stepped forward. Then take me. Toke's voice broke. Zena, don't. But Zena's eyes stayed fixed on her. I was born with the privilege, but I won't let the pain win. Take me and let her live. The spirit tilted its head. You offer yourself freely? Yes. The room went still. The chains loosened. The smoke cleared and then, silent, the spirit was gone. Months later, Zena and Toke stood side by side, no longer rivals, no longer pawns. They co-founded Z&T Legacy Group, a new company, no secrets, no shadow. Zena stood before her father's grave one last time. She dropped the bond remains of the contract onto the marble. You chose empire, she whispered. I chose peace. We broke the curse. Now we write our own story. Because in Lagos, legacy isn't just something you inherit. It is what you are bold enough to change. Moral of this story. Pain gained through sacrifice always demands more. But love breaks every curse. Like all good tales, this one has come to an end. But be warned, some stories don't stay buried for long. Until the next mystery, this is Tales by Cynthia. Kindly subscribe, leave a comment and share your thoughts because every good story needs someone to hear it. Bye!